Hi guys, it's SimLicy here, so welcome to another apartment renovation. So today I am back renovating one of the Chic Street apartments. I'm not exactly sure the address, but you can look on the top left hand side of the screen, so if you want to place it in your game, that's where it goes. So for this apartment, I wanted to do something that was for a sim who loves to travel. I don't think I have ever attempted this kind of theme before in an apartment. Maybe I have, and maybe I am kind of forgetting. I mean, maybe I've done like a sim who loves to travel a little bit, but not like a full-on theme for the apartment itself. And so that was my plan, and I hope you guys will like it. I just basically wanted it to feel very eclectic, like there's stuff from all over the Sims world all meshed together in one apartment. Basically, they just collect things and buy things when they're out traveling. Maybe they travel for work, maybe they travel for fun, maybe they do both. I'm not exactly sure, but they're all about traveling. I actually didn't think of the Sims career necessarily, so if you guys have any ideas, definitely let me know. But basically my whole idea was just to make it feel like it had a lot of cultures in the Sims represented, so I tried using a lot of different stuff from various packs that I thought made it feel like this Sim had been to a lot of different places and had collected a lot of different things from different cultures throughout the Sims world. So that was my plan, but here you can see I am starting off with the kitchen. The kitchen is my favorite part. I absolutely love it. It's such a tiny room compared to the rest of the apartment, but it's my absolute favorite. I have never thought about putting the kitchen there before, but I think it actually worked really nicely. I actually want to try this floor plan again, maybe just in a different style. I don't think I'll do it anytime soon, just so it's not too repetitive, but sometime in the future I would like to do it again. But this apartment ends up having one bedroom and one bathroom, and then a pretty open living and dining area. The kitchen's pretty open too, it's just separated by an archway, same with the entryway to the apartment. That's my favorite way to do floor plans. I'm sure if you guys have been watching me for a while, you know that, because I am always using archways. I feel like we need more archways in game, because I feel like especially when it comes to the medium wall height, we are so limited, but it's my favorite way to separate spaces with still making them feel open. I just think it looks so good, especially when it comes to taking screenshots. So yeah, this was no exception basically, but here is the living room. I decided to go with that fireplace. It's like a faux fireplace. I didn't put any candles in the bottom. I did think about doing it, but I ended up not. I'm not really sure why, but you could easily place them there if you would like to. I actually think a lot of the candles that we just got with the Eco Lifestyle pack would actually look really pretty in there, but for some reason, I didn't bother with it. But I did use that wall sculpture that we got from Eco Lifestyle, and I sized it down just to look like a kind of unique backing to the fireplace, which I thought was pretty cool. And basically for the living room, I just was trying to add a lot of clutter and decorations. I think this is the most cluttered room in the entire build, but I think they really like looking at their things, and they don't spend as much time in their bedroom as they do in their living room possibly. Or maybe they just want people to be able to see it when they come over, and they can kind of show off their things and tell stories about their travels and kind of like share the history or the culture behind where they got the certain item from. And so I think that's pretty cool. So I really tried to decorate the top of the fireplace. And then over here along this wall, I end up putting some shelves, and then I clutter up the shelves a ton just to continue with that whole cluttered look that I was going for. That was basically the main purpose of this entire build, but I think I made it work. There was times throughout the building process that I wasn't really sure if I was liking it. I wasn't sure if all of the clutter looked cohesive, like it made sense together, and at certain points I thought about just kind of giving up to be honest with you guys, because I wasn't really sure if it was just going to look messy and not really have that kind of mixture of different items feel that I wanted it to have. But in the end, I think it really captures the vibe that I was going for. So I'm actually really happy with it, and I'm glad I pushed through like the awkward moments where I thought things weren't really coming together. Because looking back, I think it just all works so nicely, but there's just times where I was just kind of worried about it. I ended up not placing a TV in the living room, by the way. That might be something you want to add. You could probably put a little side table next to this chair and add a tiny little TV on top of it, or maybe replace the picture I hung above the fireplace with a TV. I think you guys have a lot of options, but I just didn't really feel like the Sim that would live here would watch a lot of TV, and they're just not really interested. I feel like they're more interested in reading books, and maybe they have like a computer or something, so they plan all their travels, but sitting down and like watching the news or the cooking channel or anything like that is not really their thing. I'm sure they love a good like travel documentary or something, but they would much rather do it themselves and see the place firsthand rather than watching something on a place. So that's the only thing I can really think of them really enjoying to watch on TV. So yeah, I just didn't bother with it. But either way, over here is going to be the entryway for the apartment. I actually really like the entryway. Sometimes I kind of feel like entryways can be a bit boring, but I used that clock from Vampires, which I thought was really fun. It looks probably totally out of place, but I thought they traveled somewhere and they bought this really cool old clock, and they just absolutely love it, and they feel like it's like a statement piece in their house. And I also put a map next to the front door, and I figured every time they're leaving, they're always looking at the map just to remind themselves of the places they want to go, and just kind of to inspire them to continue doing all the things in their lives that make traveling possible. So maybe they have a job that isn't really their favorite, but maybe it pays well, and they're like, it gives me the ability to be able to travel, or something like that. I'm sure you guys can come up with a ton of ideas. If you have any storylines for this Sim, I would always love to hear it. But here I'm decorating the bathroom, and I really like how this sink area turned out. I used these base game side tables, and I kind of merged them into this countertop with the sink in it, and I think it looks so good. I think it looks kind of like a custom vanity sink area. And so I was pretty proud about that. And then over here is going to be the bedroom, so it's the last room in the build, and the bedroom was the most difficult, I think, for me to decorate, just because I don't know, I just felt like there was a lot of wall space, and there really wasn't a lot of artwork that I was super happy with. I don't know if you guys will agree. I'm sure there's tons of artwork that suit this style, because it's not really a specific style, it's just really eclectic. But I don't know, it's just something that I kind of struggle with the most out of anything in game. For a long time, it was not having enough beds, but at this point, I feel like we have quite a few good beds. I, of course, want more. I want more beds. I want beds with like messy comforters. I think that would be so amazing. But at this point in the game, I'm feeling like I need more artwork, like desperately. But like I've mentioned before, I know I can get custom artwork off of the gallery, but I'm really hoping that we will get some with different packs and stuff. But either way, I think I made it work, and I'll stop complaining. But in here, I do have a computer desk and a dresser, and of course the stack of luggage that we got, I think from City Living. I definitely needed to include that somewhere in the build, but I just put it right next to a dresser, so it's just ready to go. They can just throw their clothes in there. Maybe they're already packed. Maybe they already have like specific travel clothes and they're just ready for them to run out the door and leave at a moment's notice, because maybe this person is really spontaneous with their travels and don't plan them as much as I was originally planning. I don't know. But over here I do clutter up the dresser, of course, with some towels and kind of bathroom clutter and books and stuff like that. But this is, I think, basically it for the entire build. I'm just adding the final few decorations. I put some hanging clothes here, which I thought was pretty nice, and yeah, I like the way it looked. But either way, I hope you guys enjoy the screenshots. So thank you so much for watching, and please leave any comments or suggestions you have, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!
Got me looking quite bad.